Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. As we're heading into Sunday, it could be an interesting day, especially towards the end of the day. So we're talking about the close of the weekly candle. I think there could be quite a bit of volatility after quite an impulsive week already. You know, we had a bit of a liquidation event, massively oversold Bitcoin and various other coins. However, they have not yet, including Bitcoin, shown any convincing reactions to the Fibonacci level here, the 50% retracement level at 25,325. So consequently, as I said before, as long as we're staying below 27,720, another low to around 24K, maybe a little bit lower, is expected in a wave 4 and a wave 5. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. What I wanted to emphasize, obviously, this is the support area for the yellow wave count we have discussed. Two things I want to highlight. First is that in the yellow wave count, you can see that there is a lot of liquidity or historical volume around this price, 23K. It could very much be that we're going to go to the 23K level if we get one more low, because this is where you have a lot of historical volume. This is typically where choppy price action starts, where the price is slowing down and might even reverse. So I like to use the volume profiles together with these Fib levels because they can give you an additional insight where in the Fibonacci zones we might see a slowing down of price action. So we've got Fibonacci support at 25,325, 24,000, and then $22,000. Below 22,000, we might morph into a different scenario. So it could mean a much deeper decline. But to be honest, with that decline that we've seen, surely another low is expected until we have a first indication that some kind of a low at least is in place. We have to look for lower prices, as we have done over the last few weeks actually. Couldn't confirm a low, and I'm always very careful to confirm a low in place. Yeah, some others might have done this. I'm very careful. I'd rather wait for a 5-wave structure for good reason, because I know that these structures can always break down. It's just what it is. So we need to wait for confirmation for a price change. We need to wait for a confirmation for a trend change. And so far we haven't had one. In fact, since the July high, we've been waiting for lower prices still. Of course, it came down quite aggressively, broke through the first support level, but that's just what markets do. Important is to use the microstructures to look for trend reversals, for potential reversal signals. And I'm doing that. At the moment, it would still suggest another low. However, what would be a signal that we are already turning around? It would be a break above 27,720. So I just want to emphasize here the $23,000 level, because at the moment we're expecting one more low still. Now, I highlighted already that you always need to be aware with Bitcoin that sometimes you only get 3 waves down instead of 5. This is just what Bitcoin sometimes does. It did that, for example, in March 2020, and there have been various events where corrections finished with a very sharp decline. Okay, we have actually the RSI on the daily time frame very similar to where we were in March 2020, and we all know what happened afterwards. Now, again, this is just looking at what happened in the past. It doesn't mean it has to happen in the future, but I'm just highlighting that sometimes, and well, cryptocurrencies do that quite frequently actually, they finish their corrections in just 3 waves, and it would then be counted at WXY instead of an ABC structure. So that's one thing to highlight here, the relevant Fibonacci levels, to highlight that we haven't called a low in place yet. So we're watching, however, for a potential low forming. And here the VRVP with the volume. So if we make one more low, 24K would be Fibonacci support, and then the 23K level, I would pay attention, because this is where the price would likely slow down, and we're entering a little bit of choppy price action. Yeah, if we go down that much, there's no need to go down that much, but here 24K would be the next target, first of all. So if we hide the VRVP again, then obviously what we need to pay attention to is here on the smaller time frame. You see there is a small bear flag that's forming, again in line with what is currently expected, still another low. I sketched out in the previous video that we might be forming here an ABC structure of some sort. This is possible. I would not go that much into the microstructure in a correction typically, so be aware that it's just to be taken with a pinch of salt. And I think the way this is moving up, which is very slow, it might either suggest a triangle, yeah, or that maybe this B wave is still in the making, because it doesn't seem that it started already the C wave higher. So we just need to be ready that within a correction, these micro counts, they can always change. It's not really about the micro counting, because be aware, and I hope that's clear, the micro counting in a correction doesn't give you an edge. I mean, why do we do the analysis? To have an advantage in the market, to have an edge, to understand when the price might be turning around. We're watching for potential lows so far. Again, we haven't found a low, which means that we still expect lower prices. It protects people from potentially making, the wrong decisions. In the end, I can always only point out what I see when I make this video. For gold members, we provide some more frequent updates, but still, we can't do real-time updates all the time. I can't link YouTube to my brain, so that doesn't work. So that's why we teach a lot as well, right? I'm just highlighting, obviously we have a local downtrend, okay? And the local downtrend is part of a bigger uptrend still. So if we go there, part of a big uptrend, making higher highs, higher lows. We haven't even taken this low out, okay? And even if we take this low out, it doesn't mean that we're getting into a major downtrend again. Of course, it's possible. That's why we're tracking the support levels. That's why we're tracking the microstructure. So I think at the moment, all eyes need to be on 27,720, because a break above that level, if it's a sustained break, it would indicate that a low is already in. And to the downside, I just want to emphasize that level as well. Obviously, the Thursday low is relevant, but to be honest, when do we get a first indication that price is coming down in the next wave down? We can get that indication earlier. It would be 25,620, which is also the Friday low. So a break below the Friday low, which is at 25,620, would give us an indication that we're heading down lower, possibly to $23,000 to $24,000. And then towards the end of the day, we can probably expect some more volatility, because we normally do see some increased volatility towards the end of the weekly candle. And because this week has been quite volatile, I think we can see quite a bit of price action and expectations around late Sunday. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.